Sazani Timelang Hanya Lisedi. Hello everyone and welcome to the one-on-one sessions with Coco. I'm sorry. And I'm your host Coco giving you guys tips, lessons and teachings on everything spirituality. First of all, I am gonna talk about the volume of the video. I'm gonna edit it so it can be a bit clear, but my issue is simple. I lost my voice, so it's a bit more cause than usual, so my voice isn't really that clear, right? So anyways, today's videos I want to talk about good luck plants that you can have in your home that actually guarantee good luck, financial abundance and stuff like that. So I'm going to be giving you guys details on which plants are actually the best to have in your household. These are plants that I also have at home, and well, ever since I've had them, everything has been beautiful. Anyways, okay, so the first plant I want to talk about is a rose plant. Okay, so rose plants are not only the beautifulest plants ever. I know every woman loves roses. Besides me, I actually like hydrangeas, right? So not only are rose plants beautiful, but they're actually very great for certain rituals and whatnot, so they can be used as herbs then. But in the household, when you have like a garden with rose plants then, so what happens, rose plants bring love, luck and healing, so they're actually very good for that. So meaning what, your household is gonna have a lot of luck in it, a lot of healing, a lot of abundance too. It's because of the rose plants name. Another thing is that it also attracts positive energy and peace, meaning if you're in a home where there's always fights and conflicts, having a rose plant might actually help in terms of getting the peace that you need in the home, because like I said, a spiritual home or any other home in general needs peace in it, so there can be a lot of light, so the ancestors can be happy, so there can be harmony, and the ancestors can do their job in that particular place. If your home does not have peace, then there's not gonna be prosperity at all, ne? Another one is where I'm gonna go into details as to which colors are best for what, ne? So a white rose plant actually purifies and heals the home. Okay, so if you have a white rose plant in the home, then it causes purification and cleanses and causes healing for the people that are in the home, in a sense. So meaning there's gonna be sort of a lot of light in your home if you have white rose plants name. So another purpose of the white rose plant or the white red, so there are these roses that are ombre, so like whitish red here and there. So this one is for passion and devotion. So let's say, for example, you want to be able to pursue certain things that you're very passionate about and get the best results out of it. This flower, or rather this plant, having it in your home actually compels you. Its aroma, its energy on its own, it brings a lot of passion in your surroundings. It brings a lot of devotion in your surrounding. Okay, so in a sense, it will equal to devotion and passion, whatever it is that you do in your life. It will bring devotion and passion in your love life, in your family life and stuff like that. So it's actually good for those kind of things, devotion and passion, right? A peach rose plant is for peace. Let's say, for example, you're living in an area where there isn't enough peace, there's always fights, there's always conflict. Planting a peach colored rose plant is actually going to ensure that you have peace in the household. There's harmony, there's light, because like I said, when there's peace, there's a lot of light and harmony, and the ancestors are able to work properly, right? The other color is a red rose plant. So the red rose plant is for love. That is why a lot of rituals where people are trying to get so like be attractive and stuff like that, they usually have rose petals and whatnot with mixed with their herbs and whatnot. So the red rose plant is actually for peace, it's actually for love. I'm sorry, it's for love, right? And the yellow rose plant is for luck. Like everyone should know that the yellow color, so like in your life and whatnot. So the yellow rose plant is for luck in your life, for abundance, for financial abundance, and just luck in general. Luck in whatever it is that you're pursuing, luck in everything, in a sense, right? And then we're gonna go to the second plant, which is jasmine. So jasmine plant flower, it's a very beautiful flower. I actually like them. I don't have any though at the moment, but I'm working on it, right? So what jasmine plants do is that, first of all, they attract love and money. Let's say, for example, you want a little love and you also want a little money, then planting a jasmine flower is actually a good idea for you, because it will ensure that you have a lot of love in your life. There's love at the home, there's love in your surroundings, and then there's always abundance, because some of these plants, when you have them in the household, they'll make sure like you never run dry. Okay, that's one thing that I know. There are certain plants that actually help you in a sense. You'll never run dry in money regarding it. Meaning, or even when you're at a place where there's no money whatsoever, just great things happen out of nowhere, and then you get money, you get a call, someone gives you money and stuff like that. So that is actually like the best part about having these plants, and you don't even need to go through some of the rituals that you need to go through. Yes, you do have to, because they won't really work properly if you're in darkness, but if you're in a lot of light and you have these plants, then you'll be okay, right? The second thing is abundance, right? So let's say, for example, you don't want a rose plant, but you can get a jasmine plant, and it can ensure abundance for you in your family, in your home, and whatnot, right? And the third purpose for the jasmine plant, which is my favorite, is prophetic dreams. So this is something that I would advise a lot of people that are spiritually gifted to actually do. Like, I would advise guys to plant the jasmine flower in your home, because it will ensure a lot of spiritual dreams. It will actually help with your third eye. So let's say you have a prophetic gift or any kind of gift whatsoever, and you are told, or rather shown things through dreams and visions, right? So what I would advise you to do is to actually have a pot plant in your home of a jasmine plant, and what you will do is that you will sleep next to it. The aroma itself of this flower is actually very helpful for enhancing your prophetic dreams, your spiritual dreams and whatnot, which means that you'll be able to see everything clearly and remember your dreams and your visions properly. So what it does, it enhances your spiritual gift and gives you, sort of like opens your third eye to a certain extent. Yes, there are still processes that you need to go through. Don't say, what God told me to plant a jasmine and now I'm not seeing things like a full screen movie or something like that. It works to a certain extent, meaning there are still certain processes that you need to go through, right? The third plant is the snake plant. So the snake plant is actually one of my favorite plants. It has so many uses that it's actually crazy that not everyone has a snake plant in their home, right? So the first thing that the snake plant does is that it is a bringer of luck. When you have the snake plant in your home, there's going to be a lot of luck and abundance. And speaking from experience, this is the most effective flower, or rather plant, that anyone can actually have, because it yields the fastest results as compared to the others. Like, it yields the fastest results ever, and you'll have so much luck in your life. You'll have so many great things happening for you, a lot of doors opening for you at a very quick pace, right? The second thing is that it purifies the environment, meaning what, it constantly cleanses the home, it constantly cleanses the environment wherever it is. That particular spot, there's no witchcraft who can enter and do whatever they want freely or properly when there's a snake plant in the yard. The third purpose is that it absorbs toxins. So these are toxins energetically and both physically. So let's say, for example, someone comes in the home and this person has a lot of darkness or a lot of negative energy. The snake plant will absorb this negative energy and make sure that this negative energy does not affect the people that are living there. So it's actually a must-have herb, given the fact that you don't know who comes into your home. You don't know what kind of baggage, what kind of darkness this person has. And one thing for sure, like I've said so many times, the spiritual gifted people, some of the darkness that you will receive from other people will actually affect you more than other people if you're spiritually gifted. And even if you're not spiritually gifted, they will affect you to a certain extent as well. Okay, so plant number 4, the fourth plant that you need to have in your home, which is actually bringing good luck for you and your home, is the jade plant, right? The jade flower. So the jade flower is actually quite pretty as well. So it's actually like when you have this plant garden, like planted in your garden, a lot of people are gonna think they're for like just for beauty of it, but in reality they're actually quite useful for a lot of things, man. So the jade plant, it brings growth and wealth into a home. So for people that are like into businesses, I'd actually advise you guys to have the jade plant. And one of the reasons why this is actually my go-to plant for people with businesses, because when you're in a business or when you're an entrepreneur, the most important thing is constantly seeing growth. So this plant on its own, it has a spiritual power to actually bring growth to the people that actually have it in their home, and it also brings wealth. Yes, the wealth that will come with it is not like a lot of wealth at the same time. Some of this wealth might take a bit of time, but Lorna, it's gonna encourage you to work hard and stuff like that, hence the growth part of it. So it's gonna be very good, like for people that have businesses, for people that are entrepreneurs, or just people in general that just want to see growth in themselves, growth in the kind of people they are that don't want to stay constant. Because let's say, for example, you are living in a home and everyone is stagnant, there's no moving forward. Actually getting the jade plant is actually going to improve that a lot, right? And Lorna, with the wealth purpose of it, is that thing out the home, like your pockets will never run dry. Okay, get that thing out. Even when you feel like you're stranded, as long as you have these plants, given the energies that they have on their own, they're going to make sure what you are able to get the abundance that you need, right? So number 2, it brings success. Okay, like I said, it's actually very good for people with businesses or people that want to venture in businesses. Meaning what, when you have this plant name, the aroma and along with the energy of it is actually going to yield a lot of success for you at the end of the day. And that is exactly what you need as a person who has businesses and whatnot, right? But even if, let's say, for example, you're a student and you're studying and you just want success in your studies and whatnot, also having this plant in your home is going to enhance that as well. It's gonna bring through growth mentally along with success in terms of whatever it is that you're studying. Like I said, this plant, just like the jasmine, is actually good for like when you're going to bed, just put it next to your table, and for the whole night you'll be inhaling the aroma of it. The aroma itself is actually quite effective, so it's actually gonna yield the best results for you at a higher or low, like a faster pace, to be exact with you guys, right? Okay, so our fifth plant is the money tree. Okay, you just hear by the name. Like the name on its own just attracts you to it. Because when the first time I heard about it, I was like, money tree. That name sounds perfect just for me. So the money tree is actually a very cute tree. It's like a tree, but it's quite tiny, right? So the money tree is originally from China, but I believe that you can actually order it or order the seeds or anything that can actually help you plant it, right? So what the money tree is, actually does exactly what it's called, money tree. Okay, so it brings financial fortune. Okay, so if you're looking for fortune in your life and you don't want to go through those freaky routes that actually mean you have to like pet a snake and stuff like that, because that's just creepy, you can actually just get yourself the money tree. So a lot of people, like from China, especially from the dramas that I watch, I watch a lot of Chinese dramas, right? So I usually see some of them like kowtowing, they call it a kowtowing in front of like the money trees and stuff like that. So it's actually like where you ask for abundance from your ancestors and whatnot, right? So the money tree brings financial fortune, it brings balance, meaning what, there's gonna be balance in everything that you want. Because one of the teachings that actually come in the Chinese religion, or rather spirituality, is that in life there needs to be balance, the yin and the yang and whatnot. So it is believed that this tree actually brings balance, meaning what, you will have financial fortune, but this financial fortune is not something alone where it will consume you to a certain extent. Meaning what, it has a spiritual purpose to actually keep you grounded and keep you in touch with your humanity and be humble and whatnot. And lastly, it is actually very good for abundance as well, meaning what, it's a money tree. It's gonna bring you financial abundance, but it's not only financial abundance that it will bring, but also abundance in general. Because at the end of the day, financial abundance is not the only thing that you guys should be looking at. There are a lot of abundances that you can actually receive. You can receive happiness in abundance, you can receive peace in abundance and stuff like that. That is actually the abundance that he's talking about. Abundance in peace, abundance in happiness, abundance in good luck, abundance in money, abundance in a joyful family. Because this is a plant that you will plant in your home and it's going to affect the entire family in a positive manner, right? So the sixth tree is actually the holy basil. Okay, so the holy basil is an amazing plant. It's actually one of my favorites, right? So when you have planted the holy basil in your yard, it will bring purity, healing, luck, and protection. Okay, so this video is about trees that are about luck and like plants that are for good luck, right? But the holy basil also brings good luck into a household when it is planted. So it also brings protection into a household when it's planted. Okay. So yeah, you plant the holy basil in your yard and you actually just get the purity, the healing, the luck, and the protection that you need, right? So the seventh plant, which is actually which is a good luck plant, is lavender. Okay, so lavender, just like roses, jasmine, and jade, I'll also say have some in your room just to ensure that you actually inhale the scent of it, because the aroma itself is very good as much as its spiritual purpose and whatnot, it brings you a lot of good luck, and it helps you become very positive in everything that you're doing. Be very optimistic, because remember what, being optimistic actually yields the best results, because in a sense you will be sort of like manifesting the best things out of life without you even actually experience, like without you actually even like expecting or realizing that you're actually manifesting the good things out of luck. So this is what this plant does for you, right? The eighth plant, which is also my favorite, is the cycad. So the cycad is a plant that you can find everywhere here in South Africa, and a lot of homes they have it. And one thing that I want you guys to actually check is the homes that actually have the cycad planted in them. Most of the times these homes are very beautiful. They are people by Lungori, they are very much well abundant and whatnot. And it's not really that thing out, everyone who has cycad just uses it for the purpose of getting money, but it is actually one of its major purposes of getting a cycad, right? So when you have a cycad, the first thing that you do before you plant it, you put a coin there and you inform your ancestors, you speak to them, then you plant it, and you just as someone, with this plant I want my home to have abundance, right? So once you do that, whenever you water the cycad, you speak with it. It's gonna be the same as when you're paddling, but instead you're gonna be speaking with this plant and whatnot. I know some of you guys might think this is crazy, but trust me, this is actually something that I have done myself, and it's actually worked wonderfully for me. Okay, so the cycad is actually the best plant for money, for luck, and Lorana, it's very good for protection. And another thing, God, it's a spiritual plant. It's a spiritual beacon of some sort. So meaning what, speaking like having the cycad there is actually the same as having certain spiritual plants such as lewami and those plants that actually represent the ancestors. It's sort of like similar to it. Yes, it's not as powerful as those other plants, but it's actually a beacon for spirituality, meaning what, it brings a lot of spiritual strength in the family, meaning what, if you're in a home where Lord, there are a lot of healers and there's a cycad there, then what it does is that it enhances your spiritual gift on a regular basis, on a daily basis, without you guys even noticing that it's actually doing that. So it's actually the perfect plant for people that want abundance, and for people who are spiritually gifted and who want to find a different method to speak with their ancestors, as opposed to just kneeling down and paddling. You just water the plant and you speak to it while you're watering it, and automatically your ancestors are able to hear your message in the process. All right, so the last plant that I have for you guys today, which is in the category of the good luck plants, is actually the chrysanthemum. So some people also call it mum. So the chrysanthemum is actually originated from Asia, and also I think it's Northern America. I will check that, just confirm. I'll put the details on the screen once I've confirmed it, right? So it is a plant that is there for well-being, for happiness, for blessings, and for purity in the household. It brings a lot of luck, abundance that you need in your life, and it actually transcends all these things to everyone that is in the home, right? And also it's also called the death tree name. So the reason why it's called the death tree, because I know some people are going to actually search it up and find what it's called, the death tree. So the reason why they call it the death tree is because most of the times it is used to decorate the thingy, sparking the grave sites. So the reason why it is used to decorate the grave sites is so it can bring purity to the people who are buried in that particular area, right? So it's originally from Asia, but I believe, well, just like all the other trees that are not indigenously South African, you can still look for them, order them, and then plant them in your home, because this is actually a herb, or rather a plant that actually works for other things as well. So it also cures physical diseases such as diabetes, muscle aches, nausea, and stuff like that. So its aroma alone, so I'm just talking about herbs, they don't want their aroma and their energies on their own do the job. Meaning what, you don't really need to crush them and drink them or bathe with them and stuff like that. You can just inhale them. So what they do on their own by just inhaling them is that they will bring healing to your body, and not only bring healing to your body, but also bring financial abundance and well-being and happiness into a household, into a family, which in turn will result to abundance and good luck, a lot of positive energy for the family and the home. Anyways, that is it for today's videos. These are all the good luck plans that I can advise you guys to actually plant into your home and whatnot. Yes, some of them I gave instructions on to what you should do with them. Those that I did not give instructions, you can just just plant them. You don't really need to do much on their own. Their spiritual energy and their spiritual work will actually do everything for you guys, because that is the power of nature. Nature is actually the most powerful tool that anyone can have in their life, because nature just does its work without us even actually realizing or wanting it to do anything for us. So yeah, get these plants and you will have the abundance and the good luck that you need. So in the next video, I will be talking about plants that I use for protecting the home.